Well, we know that Meghan Markle is going to be releasing a Christmas special of her show With Love, Meghan. Kinsey, I bet you can't wait for this one. This is all part of her new deal with Netflix. Now, this is interesting because it's expected to clash with Princess Catherine's annual Together at Christmas carol service, which will be held at Westminster Abbey in December. Some royal experts have labelled this pretty vicious of Meghan. What's your take?
Yeah, there's a pattern of Harry and Meghan rolling out projects that clash with royal events. That's why Prince Harry, according to the Mail on Sunday, is offering his schedule, his calendar to the royal family to avoid these clashes in the future as an olive branch. Catherine's carol concert celebrates unity, love, and tradition, surrounded by family in a candlelit setting. Meghan's Christmas special, on the other hand, feels more like a branding play, timed with lifestyle product launches. Side by side, Catherine's comes across as heartfelt, Meghan's as transactional. I mean, Meghan refuses to speak to the majority of her family, who's going to be rocking around her Christmas tree, her makeup artist and Pilates instructor. Give me a...
Darlings, gather round, because once again, the British media circus has pulled out their Christmas clown costumes early. Apparently, Meghan Markle is daring to breathe, daring to create, and gasp, daring to release a holiday special. And oh no, it happens to fall in the same season as Princess Kate's annual carol service. Quick, somebody call Interpol. Clearly it's a crime of the century. Sky News had Kinsey Schofield on to drop this groundbreaking revelation. There's a pattern of Harry and Meghan rolling out projects that clash with royal events. Oh really? Is the pattern them working? Because that's what it sounds like to me. Consider the evidence. Look closely at the stories we're told and the way they're framed. Sometimes the truth isn't just in the facts, but in the way those facts are presented to us. Kate's carol service at Westminster Abbey is praised as heartfelt and selfless, a national moment of unity. The event is described as a shining example of compassion, bringing people together in the spirit of the season. The media coverage glows, painting her as the embodiment of public service. Headlines celebrate her dedication, and photographs capture her smiling, gracious, and giving. Meanwhile, Meghan's charity cooking special, supporting a community kitchen, is met with cynicism. The same act of kindness is scrutinized, her intentions questioned before her actions are even fully understood. Her efforts are labeled transactional or brand building, even though the goal is the same, helping others. The narrative shifts and suddenly generosity is seen as self-promotion. The same impulse, using one's platform for good, is interpreted differently depending on who's involved. Two women, two similar actions, but two very different stories told. Kate's televised event is never called a commercial venture, but Meghan's is dissected for personal gain. Analysts debate her motives, while Kate's are simply accepted as pure. Is it transactional to use fame for charity? If so, every royal event fits the bill. The royal family has always used their platform to draw attention to causes. So why the difference in tone? The praise isn't the problem, it's the selective application. The rules seem to change depending on who's in the spotlight and who the public is asked to trust. The bias is clear. One woman is trusted, the other doubted. The coverage reveals more about our own perceptions than about the women themselves. It's not about the actions, but about who performs them. The same gesture can be celebrated or condemned depending on the face behind it. We judge the player, not the ball. Our focus is on personalities, not the impact of their work. This double standard reveals more about us than about them. It's a mirror held up to our own biases, our willingness to believe one narrative over another. Isn't it time we saw through the spin? We owe it to ourselves and to those we judge to look deeper and question the stories we're told. Let's give credit where it's due, equally. Only then can we move toward a fairer, more honest conversation. The charge of commercialism against Meghan Markle is almost comical when you look at the bigger picture. The royal family has always blended duty with business. Palaces double as tourist attractions, royal memorabilia fills gift shops, and King Charles's Duchy Originals line is a staple in supermarkets. No one accuses the king of cashing in when he sells oat biscuits or when royal-themed souvenirs fly off the shelves. So why the outrage when Meghan and Harry sign deals to fund their lives outside the institution? They're simply finding new ways to support themselves after stepping back from royal duties. They're no longer working royals. Creating content, producing shows, and sharing their stories is now their job, just like any other public figure who pivots careers. To call their work a grubby grab while ignoring the royal family's own commercial ventures is a glaring double standard that's hard to ignore. Meghan's projects aren't unusual. Public figures, from celebrities to business leaders, leverage their influence and platforms all the time to create opportunities and support causes. What's truly unusual is the relentless scrutiny and criticism she faces for doing what so many others do without backlash. She's expected to be saintly, to never make a misstep, yet she's criticized for simply earning a living and supporting her family. Damned if she does, damned if she doesn't. No matter what path she takes, the criticism never seems to stop. In the end, the commercialism critique is just another stick to beat her with, revealing more about her critics than about Meghan herself. At the heart of this lies a truth. Meghan Markle is different. An American, self-made and of mixed heritage, she never fit the royal mold. Her style and background were a departure. Refreshing to some, suspicious to others, her actions are judged not on their own but against a template set by Kate. Kate's traditional path is admired but unfairly weaponized as the only way to be royal. Meghan's confidence and work ethic, assets elsewhere, are twisted into flaws. Within the royal narrative, her individuality becomes evidence she doesn't belong. Imagine being told your strengths are now your faults. The double standard isn't just about Christmas specials, it's about the right to be yourself. Shouldn't we celebrate different women, each in their own way? Meghan's critics excel at exaggeration. Innocent gestures, like holding her husband's hand, are blown into scandals. Her nail polish becomes a political statement, her choices endless fodder for outrage. This magnification of the trivial keeps controversy alive, painting her as difficult. It's a drip feed of negativity, eroding her character bit by bit. The absurdity is almost comic, grown adults debating avocado toast and handbags, but it's persistent and damaging, distracting from real issues. Isn't it time we stop buying tickets to this pantomime? So what's the solution? Not tearing down one woman to build up another. Let's apply common sense and fairness. Celebrate different styles without ranking them. The media profits from division, controversy sells. The Kate versus Meghan narrative is a goldmine for headlines, not truth. We must challenge the labels. Would a man be called transactional for the same actions? Is tradition the only measure of worth? Judge actions by their outcomes. Meghan's special helped a community. Kate's service raised awareness. Both are positive, both deserve recognition. There's no single right way to make a difference. One may serve through tradition, another through innovation. Both paths require dedication and heart. Insisting only one is valid limits the good we can do. Isn't the season about expanding, not narrowing, our generosity? So let's set the record straight. Meghan isn't competing with Kate. She isn't plotting in the shadows. She isn't transactional. She's a woman building her own lane, refusing to play by the archaic rules that say women must dim themselves to let others shine. And if her Christmas special gives people joy while also selling a few lifestyle products, guess what? That's called success. Meanwhile, the trolls can keep sipping their lukewarm mulled wine of bitterness. Because at the end of the day, Meghan's Christmas spirit comes with love. Theirs comes with Wi-Fi, a ring light, and a check from Rupert Murdoch. So, darlings, light your candles, sip your cocoa, and let's give Meghan the applause she deserves, for thriving, for surviving, and for reminding us that no amount of tabloid trolling can dim a woman who knows her worth. And to the trolls, Merry Crisis, and a happy new fear of Meghan Markle's next move.